This one is going to be about the NBA and load management. It's an interesting question going on at the NBA because of everything going on with Kawhi Leonard. And should big time players set out, should players set out? I say, yeah, back to back. You're older. Most people don't even. Let's be real. The NBA is like going to some cocktail lounge, cookout party, where the party don't really start till the afternoon. Some people, depending on what NBA city you're in, don't even care about the game to second quarter. In the NBA season, most people don't even pay it no mind to after All Star Weekend because once football season's over with and Super Bowl, I say, okay, we'll get because the NBA isn't compelling enough to keep your interest from start to finish, and therefore, how are you gonna really get excited about games in November, October, November, December like you will when it's later and it counts more? So I understand the players taking time off. I don't see what it's a big deal because I mean, if players need rest to play for money time, that makes all the sense. It's bad enough. That's why some of the guys are willing to participate in All Star Weekend and do those things because it takes so much of their time. And then they want to go for the Olympics and so on and so forth. Scheduling conflicts, all that. Now, it's not the way it was back in the day. So people need to get over that in the sense of this. I understand you have a product to sell because the games used to be on tape delay and games would be at night and they weren't the same allure. And David Stern did a great job pimping the product, making it for the masses. But then again, you had special players with special teams. Today, it's all about the player and branding themselves. Yeah, I know you can have a LeBron James, Anthony Davis with the Lakers, and you can have Steph Curry, Clay, and when he used to have not Dream, but Durant. But you don't have that anymore. So it's minimized to just selling it with the player. And so guys now aren't making a big scene about playing every day like they once were. So I understand with Kawhi Leonard until Paul George comes back to the Clippers. So you saving that till it comes on more. However, the point is that it's a balance that players don't have to play every game. Because let's be realistic, they're not going to want to see the Clippers against Sacramento. You want to see him against Kawhi playing. No, it was sad he didn't get to play against the Greek Freak Giannis the other night, and that would have been an interesting battle and what have you. But I understand why you don't do back to backs. It makes all the sense in the world with everything that goes on with that. So, it's a balance of fairness. It's a situation where um, players have to take care of themselves. But it's a business, and owners only care about pimping and pushing the products. But Tim Duncan used to set out with the Spurs. They took games off. Players do it. It's no biggie. It's been done like with that. I mean, there are not a lot of guys that sit around for consecutive game streaks. I mean, every game isn't marquee, and again, it's a different era. They don't play in the same mindset. I understand it. Now, of course, old school's gonna say these guys is cupcakes and fruit and frosted flakes. Well, you can title to say that because I can understand that argument. I think a lot of these guys now, if their fingernail is not aligned properly, they'll take a couple of games off. But there are guys who still play, but it's just that it's a different flying is different. It's analytics and there's so many other factors. So anyway, load management, it works pro and con. Depends on which side of the fence you're on. If you're pro fan, you don't like it. If you're pro player, you understand. It depends. It's a balance, but it is what it is. And I still think they could cut the season down. There were rumors they were going to cut the season down. Because let's be realistic, 82 games is a long season. You could probably cut that thing down about 68, 66 or something like that. You pretty much know who's who. The thing about the NBA, that's another reason why it's not such a big deal why guys taking time off. You know who's who pretty early almost. I mean, there might be a sleeper or two, but it's not a lot of sleep in the NBA. We already know that Clippers and the Lakers in the West look far and above everybody else. With maybe a Utah, Denver, maybe coming in next. But the tiers are huge. And in the East, thus far, Philly, Milwaukee. But keep your eye on my Miami Heat. Keep your eye on the Heat. And Boston is looking pretty good. But let's be realistic. I mean, you can kind of gauge where the main pieces are. And that's my thoughts and takes about NBA and the load management issue. What are your thoughts and takes about it? Feel free to give me a comments. Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell ring to new video. Have a good day. Peace.